I grew tired of getting up to fill my dog's water bowl, so I decided to give him unlimited water here in my living room. I achieved that with this product my cats are quite interested in. You can use it on dogs, cats, yes, you, cocks, ducks, Jordan, and Baba. But really, it's for you because daddy is lazy. Hopefully, we can get clean water and not sewage out of this when it's ready. Inside, you get a hose, which I'm not going to use for the install, and some other bits and bobs that I won't need, but this is the product I went with. Essentially, it functions similarly to your toilet bowl, meaning it fills up when a floaty drops below a certain level and stops when said floaty shuts the valve. So it's automatic so long as it has a water source. And so I don't want to run a 3/4 line, which is what that wants, even a 3/8 to reduce it not too much. I don't want to run any lines this way. I want to tap directly into the 1/4 inch, I'm assuming, water line that's in the back of this fridge. So all I have to do is pull that out, tee it off, and then this can go, excuse me, this can pop out right about there. This is his station. I'll come out of this wall, probably mount it right there, so I'll switch the food container, move it over. We'll come out here, I'll probably build a little housing there to hide the plumbing, and then the unit can be wall mounted for him to drink his water at a more comfortable height. Right? Yes, we're gonna do it. Look at what these geniuses did. Like, where's that even coming up from? It's not even coming through like I thought. Look at these. How insane is this? Like, this is the supply line busting out of it. Unbelievable. Okay, fuck this old house. I almost flooded the place. So that was not plumbed from the main line over here like the dishwasher is. No, why would you do that logical thing? It's coming up from somewhere in the basement, and I was down there. There is zero access to this line. However this is tapped into, this supply line is completely covered in the basement. There is no access to it. There's no shut off. No idea what they would have done to operate on this. Besides, again, I almost flooded the place, so I had to go run and shut off the water to the whole house for it to eventually stop. Oh my God. Ridiculous. Okay. All right, here's what we're working with. So I have to reduce this 3/4 to 1/4, but I couldn't find that. So first step, we're reducing from 3/4 to 1/2 inch. Then we got this 1/2 inch ball valve, 1/4 turn, okay? And then 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch press fitting. That'll get us to the line we need. And I'll have a local shut off to this when we want to leave the house, or just in case we want to kill it and then leave it full, or to drain and clean. Okay, that'll come from this T. I think this will come out of the sketchy under the floor. This will be the supply line in. This will go T out to this through the wall. Okay. And then this will continue up to the fridge. And for the life of me, I'll include a screenshot, but I went to 4 freaking Home Depots. They did not have, even though they said there were multiple in stock, they did not have the female to female press fitting version of this. And I didn't want to order it online and wait, so I ended up having to buy this separate adapter, which threads onto here, just so I could go press fitting to press fitting. And now I'll have a local shut off to the fridge whenever that needs to be repaired or just serviced at all. Next, I'm going to just test this first outside to make sure it works. I don't want to do all this work, for sure not drill a hole if this for some reason is defective. And once I've confirmed that everything's working, we can set up the new split line. You can buy a roll like this, 25 feet. I only found it in clear, 1/4 inch. It's about $5. This kit was 12 or 13 bucks, but since I'm not going to use, or I don't need any parts from it, I think I'll return that and a couple other fittings I got that didn't end up working out. But yeah, all of this just to get this line to work. I don't think it's common to reduce from 3/4 to 1/4. I could not find a piece to do it. Maybe I was limiting myself with press fittings. I looked at some of I looked at some compression fittings, but I still couldn't find anything. There was a bunch of steps, and this is how I could do it in the fewest number of parts, 1, 2, 3. The rest were either 3 or more, and plus they were metal, a bit more expensive, so I thought I'd stick to plastic, especially because I knew I was threading into plastic here. I brought this as a test fitting piece. Came with in the store. This is the adapter for the hose, the spigot or hose bib. But I knew I was going into plastic here, so I just wanted to keep the whole thing plastic. We'll use some plumber's tape, and yeah, this should all be good. So the only con to supplying this with a 1/4-inch line is that it's going to fill slower, but with the amount he drinks at once, it's not going to be noticeable. So that's a non-issue. The line was so taut, I'm glad I did this anyway. I didn't realize this line was separate, and there was no shutoff that I could find. The entire basement is sealed off. I could not find that supply line, so I'm glad I did this, because if there was an emergency and this needed to be serviced, it had to be done eventually. So we're gonna proceed. I guess my depth perception is off, because this right here to here is where the fridge is, which means I need to get the water line that way. Look at this wall, external wall. I don't know why this is empty. Again, had I known, I would have just opened a small hole here and reached in, but I had no idea this was empty. So I guess there's no, I opened it so because I thought I'd have to drill, not with this. But now I can run the line in with some spare and just come. Yeah, so I could not get any closer, so I guess this got kind of lucky. I'll make a little hole here, access for that. I could even put a panel here, actually. I might do that. I did indeed do that. This panel will come in handy in the future if I need to pull out more of the supply line, or I later had the idea of maybe installing a water filter, and I'd tuck it inside the wall here. Okay, I got this clamped here so that there isn't too much flex, especially when this gets pulled back. I wanted it to be stronger. Got enough slack this time to pull this out even further if needed. I've got the supply coming up secured even stronger so there isn't pressure on the T, and the redirect, because I had to make quite the distance, I secured it in a couple spots, and I even cut this out at a bit of a notch so it could rest a little easier here. I have an elbow, but I thought it'd be overkill, so now we're over there, and effectively we're done back here. Okay, I'll come through. Here we go. I've added a brace here. I'm going to add another one here, and that'll hold this piece in place, and then we'll have this lid there for access. So now I'm just debating where to cut and then pop this out, whether it's going to be on this side or it's going to come out right here. I'm leaning here so there's less travel for it on the outside. I think I can get a good little angled cut here. Like that. It's gonna come and curve into it right here about. Okay, before I patch this up, I turned on the water. It's got some air in there that'll need to be let out, but there's no leaking. So this is the local shutoff for here, and I know this is a gap, so I'm gonna address this, because because we don't want these lines freezing in the winter. That's the flow of a 1/4-inch line. Out they sell small bags of insulation, so lucky me. I thought I was gonna have to steal it from my attic. I just want to do a little bit so that this line isn't just exposed to the cold air. After the first fill, I noticed a couple of leaks with my fittings. I just added some more Teflon tape and that took care of the drip. You can see here the automatic refilling in action. I decided to wall mount this unit but used my own stronger wall anchors since the ones that came in the box were crap. We hope for the best, but plan for the worst, so a tray with some higher walls is a good idea in case there's some spillage or a minor leak. It should give my floors a chance for me to get there in time. My dog was a little hesitant at first, but with no other water source, he quickly got over it. Drink. Drink. Drink some water. Go ahead, drink water. Good boy. Yeah. I think I'll make a new raised holder for his food bowl. Grab some scrap wood, cut a hole, apply some stain and finish, a few pocket holes, and now his bowl can be raised to a comfortable height. I never wanted to hear my wife tell me that the dog is out of water ever again, and now, thanks to this water line running from my kitchen into my living room, I'll never have to. Thanks for watching.